Welcome to another edition of the PETx Podcast. I'm your host, Wayne, and my two lovely co hosts, Talisa and Lita. Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
What are all right, so today we are going to be focusing on how pet professionals can maximize their visibility, efficiency, and profitability while protecting their sanity during the best time of the year, the holiday season. We're there. Okay, it may not be the best, but at least it's one of the busiest, right? Um, so in all, we want to make sure that we are figuring out our marketing and management during the holiday season because it can also be a time where a lot of pet professionals are extremely busy but stressed out and overwhelmed, overworked. So we're figuring out how to manage the things as well as maintain a balance within, you know, ourselves and our businesses and our lives. So let's talk about it.
So the holiday season is always crazy for me, specifically because I own a pet sitting company. So I always prepare for it months in advance. I make sure that I get my marketing out as early as August, right after my busy summertime season. I send emails out. I go ahead and I send a blast out to all of my clientele. I send a text message out to our regulars, reminding them to book ahead of time because we will get an influx of people coming in, in probably about, I would say, the end of this month, like October, November, December, January when we get the most bulk load of calls. So I make sure that that's ready, and I do a mandatory staff meeting with all of my pet sitters and get the team ready. My pet sitter, my receptionist, my manager get the team ready for the calls and the crazy busy season, going over policies and procedures, how they're supposed to be handling things. Remembering to tell them to communicate if they have an emergency during the holiday season and not try to handle it on their own. Don't
Mhm.
overwhelm themselves, prepare their homes for it or prepare their clients' homes for it. And also, I do an influx of hiring. So I try my best to hire a good 5 to 10 pet sitters just in case somebody decides to go on holiday, go on vacation. And also so I can have extra people for the busy holiday season. So I do like a seasonal hire. Um, and yeah, I just advertise like crazy from really like August all the way up until the end of January because that's my busy season. That's how I usually prepare for it. But it's Facebook, Instagram, ads, you know what I mean? Word of mouth, telling my clients to tell people, Facebook group specifically. And if there's any kind of community events, I also go to those like holiday community events. Those are the ones that I'll go to so I can get the word out that we are available during the holiday season. That's one of the main things that I do, but it's crazy. But I've done it so many years that I like to think that I got a handle on
It's
it
like a
now.
science at this point, yeah.
Yeah. No, and I mean that's great. You mentioned, planning ahead, and I think that that's what a lot of people, a lot of pet pros may not do ahead of time. We kind of just take it when we get to it and get to that bridge when we get to it, basically. So when the holiday seasons get here, it's like, okay, we're saying yes to everything. We're kind of overworking ourselves. We're trying to fit people in. We're trying to, take care of all of our old people, but still make space for the new people as
Yep.
well, because they come out of the woodwork. So then it's like, okay, well, what do we do, and how do we prepare for that beforehand? Moving forward, we got to be intentional about it and get out of this. We just have to hustle mentality,
Yep.
and I mean, I'm working on it, I definitely am working on it. I know we've been starting to really promote it in-house with just getting a lot of our clients booked throughout the holiday season and just making sure like they have space already set time for them but then also getting everybody prepared for it. So understanding what our Black off dates was, who's traveling, who's staying in town, who's willing to work, up until Christmas Eve, or who's willing to work up
Yep.
until, who's going to work Black Friday, or who's not going to work, that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And it's just a matter of getting prepared for that ahead of time, because I feel like, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, better preparation, you'll be less likely to be overwhelmed. I mean, you'll still have a level of stress,
Right.
but at the same time, it's not going to be like, look, I didn't prepare for this, basically. I didn't prepare for
Hmm.
this at the time. So definitely planning ahead is extremely important for sure. What about you, Talisa?
Damn smoke detector. Um, shit. As soon as I turned the audio up on TikTok, it was. But no, seriously. As far as holiday preparation goes, as somebody who likes numbers, I do want to first ask, like, what percentage of your revenue goes into marketing? Word on the street is 10 to 20% of
Mm.
your monthly revenue should be going towards marketing. So if you pre-plan, you can do some things with 10 to
Yeah.
20% of your monthly.
Yes, definitely.
Um, but for me personally, I kind of lean on, and I know Lita roll her eyes every time I mention this organic marketing. Um, because honestly, I just prefer the people that I know to just let the people that they know that I'm grooming.
Yeah.
I like I used to do the social media marketing, and I used to do the what is it, like Thumbtack and Annie's List,
Hmm.
and I even paid for Google ads for a good little minute. Um, Me personally, I just didn't find it as productive for a service based industry, especially considering that I have a service area.
Hmm.
Um, if I was in a brick and mortar, it'd be different because I could just, tether to whatever city and be like, hey, my shop is located here. Um, but considering my service area is pretty concentrated, I didn't find it helpful. And a lot of people will reach out. I live all the way in Timbuktu. Can you come to me? But that's not my service area, so I'm not really sure how you even saw the ad to begin with.
Right.
When I said I just wanted 10 miles of a radius, like, so I kind of felt like I didn't get the leads that I wanted from social media ads and Google ads. So I just kind of let that go and let my work and my trailer speak for itself. Out the gate, I did spend a cute little coin getting my trailer wrapped. I spent a lot of time designing that trailer, and I spent
Hmm.
a lot of money that I didn't have at that particular time.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Haven't we all?
Designing that trailer. And it still gets the work done, and I still get phone calls. I got that trailer wrapped in at the end of 2020. And even to this day, people still call and be like, "Hey, I saw your trailer driving down." And like I go to my friend's house. I see your trailer all the time. I be honking my horn, and you don't never wave. Girl, you think I be paying attention to what be going on in these streets? I'm trying to get to where I'm going.
And I
But
don't even
Right.
know if you're hunking at me.
but but like I I don't know if I could get back into like the social media ads and posting in the Facebook groups and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Um, I do know when I choose to expand and scale that something is going to have to change. It's going to have to be more than, just driving up and down the street and whoever can catch my number while I'm passing their car is what it's going to be.
Right.
But for now,
Right.
that works. And I have to do very little work for that to work. I just have to be booked and
Yeah.
driving around in order for that to work. So,
And I mean, I feel like that makes a lot of sense too, because it's like, I mean, we're driving around in advertisement anyway.
We
You
definitely are.
have, bright colors. It's clear, this is the number, this is the business name, this is the email address, or this is the website to go to. If you want an appointment, just here's all of the information.
Call or click the link. Right.
You
I
know,
would
so it makes a lot of sense. Um, and I have my moments where I'm like that too, where organic marketing. So, because we try to encourage a lot of our clients to refer clients to us, because I believe too, like, hey, you are who you hang around with, basically. And if you're a client of ours, then you hang around other people who will
our
spend money
clients
with
are
us too.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So you will spend, your friend group will spend money with us. So I'm like, how can we incentivize our clients to continue to refer business to us so that we can get those people who are just like them, you know? So we have like our loyalty cards and we have our referral bonus, in which they're able to, when they do come in, they could get their loyalty card punched, or, they get a credit on their account when they refer clients over to us. However, we're trying to still figure out like where's the disconnect when it comes down to getting clients, or getting them to refer or getting them to bring more people in. And I mean, I definitely understand like spending patterns change and things like that. So like during this time, you may get an influx of people who need more so booking boarding, excuse me, boarding or pet sitting because they're traveling, but we still, as groomers, we still need to make our money too. So we got to keep them cleaned, with your family coming in town and things like that. So, it's like, how do we really incentivize the people to say, hey, you still need to get your dog groomed while you might be going out of town, or, get them to a level to where it's like, look, even if your dog may be at grandma's house, we could set up a transport to come pick the dog up. The transport brings the dog to the groomers or pet sitter or whoever, and then the transport takes the dog back home. Like it's a team effort when it comes down to this. So it's like, how do we manage that part? How do we, get people to see like, hey, it's not just a surface level service. Like we're actually working to be like part of your pet's life, like healthcare team, basically.
Yeah, I totally understand that. But I think if we're just talking about the holidays here, that's easy.
Mhm.
Because people already know they making plans to travel, so they're gonna be like, "Hey, can I get my dog groomed the day before I leave?" Or I know my appointment isn't until after Christmas, but can I move it up? So I do believe this time of year, like that's a lot easier to work around. But if we're talking about like summer, spring break, and
Yeah.
all that other stuff, like and I would say especially like right now because it's cooling off, so people are thinking about skipping that appointment. Because
Mm-hmm.
they're going from
Let
summer
them
cut
grow out a
to
little
I
more.
want my fluffy haircut, so they gonna skip September and let it grow out, and they gonna try to skip October to let it grow out.
Then they're going to be
And
shaved down
That
in
then,
part.
and
November
then at the
because they
beginning of
let it grow out.
November, when they like, okay, let's get Fluffy ready for Thanksgiving. With what? Because your dog
At,
mad at you. I ain't seen your dog in 3 months, ma'am.
at this right at this point, it's been 10 weeks.
What are we fluffing here? We gotta do another summer cut, sister, brother. because this ain't it. But yeah, this time of year is the time of year I feel like we should be sitting down and trying to figure out how we connect with the clients. Me personally, and I say this every year, honestly, I don't want no new clients during the holidays
Yeah.
because the people who just want their dogs groomed for the holidays, I don't want them as my clients.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, true.
Because they don't
Yeah.
want to be my client. They just want their dog groomed for the holiday, you know. So
Yeah.
when January roll around, it's gonna be
You never
crickets
see them
for them
again.
people.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
You'll never hear
that's
from them again till spring. Oh
Mhm.
no.
that was spelled.
We
No,
won't
I
hear back
definitely.
from them till spring. So it's just like I'd prefer just my clientele that I've built up for myself just come through, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um Like last month when I was because I put in my appointments monthly.
Mhm.
But last month I went ahead and booked everybody who is recurring, who's consistently on a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 week schedule. I went ahead and put those people in and I let them know, hey, we're gonna go ahead and booking you for the rest of the year so we can make sure you have your appointments because I can't guarantee nothing else otherwise.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows it get busy and everybody know I don't do no squeezing.
Right.
You shouldn't have to.
I don't do no squeezing.
Yeah.
My life does not allow for that, so I do not, and I let people know that up front. The gymnastics season about to kick off, so they know I'm not about to be available on these here Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, people who know, and the rest of them just gonna have to get in where they fit in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, definitely. I do wanna I do wanna point out and reiterate that I do believe in certain word of mouth marketing. When I started my business,
It's okay, lady. You can say it. You can
Just
say
no,
it.
say it.
seriously, when I started my
We still
business,
gotta be
I
friends when it's over.
no, no, seriously. I do want to point out because I know we have people starting at all stages, right?
Yeah, true.
So with
Yeah.
me, I've been in business for a long time, so I mastered the art of social media marketing. You know what I'm saying? But when I first started, and I was living on an island at the time, I literally had what is it called? Window decal. So on my regular car, it wasn't even like a grooming band or nothing like that. I had a window decal that I had this girl do. And it had like my company name, the phone number, and not even a website, y'all. It was like my Facebook page, like
Mhm.
facebook.com/ whatever, you know what I mean? And they
Mhm.
had to
Have
go
to
to the
start
Facebook
somewhere.
page in order to hit me up, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember like being at the grocery store, like at Costco, and like almost running people over because they're behind me taking a picture. Like people would they used to take a picture of my car all the time or call me right when I'm in the parking lot. Like, I'm not trying to be weird, but I see you. Like, what the frick? You
Yeah.
know, like just call me.
Yeah, I've
So
had
it
people
like
follow
I feel
me.
like if you're starting out and you don't have much money, I feel like a window decal is very, very, I would say resourceful
Useful.
and also affordable. And it's also effective, especially if you
Mhm.
live in a smaller area where people, even if you live in a bigger area, but even if you live in a city, the only thing is, like she said, if you're mobile and you only have a certain service area, they might be finding you in different areas and then trying to be like, well, I saw you over here. I thought you serviced this area. So that's the
Yeah,
only thing about
and
it.
Yeah.
I had to stop taking my trailer places because when I first started, I would
Yes.
keep my trailer hooked up to my truck and just go wherever personal places I needed to be. And then when I was getting those phone calls, hey, I just saw you in East Point. No, you didn't.
Right, that
No,
wasn't
you
me.
didn't.
Right.
I,
That wasn't
I
me.
won't be back.
Right.
No, not at all. No,
Exactly.
and you mentioned in the window decal, I feel like there would also be somewhere where you can write off a
Yes.
little bit of your either your note or your insurance because now your vehicle is business advertisement. And I feel like a portion of it, your business
It's now
takes
a
care.
write-off.
So you have
Yeah,
a legitimate
Right.
tax
definitely.
person before you
I
go
I
into
definitely
doing
agree
what
that
you just
that's a
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
point. We did want to point out, guys, for those of you guys that are watching on TikTok, this is an open conversation. You guys are more than welcome to come to the stage and press invite, and Wayne will bring you to the stage. Thank you for joining the TikTok. For everybody that's watching, make sure you follow our PETx page on TikTok and our Petlanta page. If you're not already following, and then for those following from the other pages, make sure you follow Happy Hearts and the other pages. We
Yes.
appreciate you guys being here, but feel free to join the conversation. We are talking about marketing ideas during the busy holiday season, so feel free to join.
Absolutely. So that's good. That's good. Yes, definitely make sure y'all are following all of the pages. Please like and share as well as we continue to grow this thing on out. Let's see. So moving on to just being mentally prepared for it, right? And protecting yourself throughout this time. Understanding like where your capacity is something that I feel like that's important, an important topic to touch on too, because like you said, Talisa, you won't you well one you don't want new clients, but then you also don't take on last minute appointments at
Now,
the same time too.
I didn't say I don't want new clients. I said
No,
in an ideal world,
You
uh,
said get it straight, Wayne. Get it
okay, let me
straight.
make sure.
in
All
an
right.
ideal world, I'd prefer to be working with dogs that are familiar to me during the busy season.
Okay, so
I
during
know what
just
I'm
during the
dealing with.
holiday season.
Yes. I already know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm going into. I don't want to be like, is this dog gonna bite me? Am I gonna show up to this dog and it be mad at? Like,
Yeah.
I like the predictability of my existing clientele being the only dogs I groomed this holiday season.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like last season, like last holiday season, I only had two new dogs,
Okay.
and it was so nice.
No, I mean, and that it makes sense wanting to have like your clients that have already like supported you over time just to because again, right? Say that something happens, or you're running behind, or something last minute happens, or whatever, right? These are clients that you've already built up a relationship with, as opposed to clients that this is new and now they're frustrated because it's an emergency and you're late or something happens and something comes up, as opposed to a client that's already built a relationship with you and they're like, it's okay, it sucks, but
Yeah.
it's okay, so it's less, kind of blowback there. So just understanding like you definitely want to make space for people who have supported you along the way before anybody else. And that's why I was like, you got to make sure that the calendars reflect that and try to get them on the schedule now for November and December, so that they're not like, calling you at the last second talking about, hey, I need an appointment. And you're like, I want to squeeze you in because you've supported me, but at the same time, I have boundaries and I'm already booked out for that day. So then let's like, what do we do? You knew that the holidays were coming up. Why didn't you book? So we're trying not to overbook ourselves in this sense as well, but we want to try to please everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think really it's about just speaking to the demand and knowing how much of the demand you can meet.
Yeah. And what to
Because your
expect.
phone, this is the time of year where your phone ringing off the hook and you want to be like,
Yeah.
yes, bring me the money, bring me the money, bring me the
Right.
money. But also like, ooh, I gotta go home and feed my kids. We gotta make Thanksgiving dinner. I gotta wrap Christmas gifts. Like,
Mhm.
Right. That's literally my life.
like I had a date night scheduled with Babe. Like, we still have the life to balance with the work during the holiday season.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
you wanna feed the machine that is capitalism in the United States, but at the same time, we should not be grooming at 1 o'clock in the morning unless it's a groomathon. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
You
I
definitely should
agree.
not.
Even though it was peaceful, but I agree. Especially
Not
now,
peaceful.
especially mobile. You should not be out nowhere grooming nobody's dog at 1 o'clock in the
And it's
morning.
not safe when you think about it. You're like, oh, it's probably not
Uh-uh.
safe for me to have people at my shop at that time of day. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
At all.
Mm-mm.
Male or female. It's just not.
Yeah. No, I
So,
agree. It's one of those things. I think I like what you said to Lisa though, like just expecting the demand. You know what I mean? Like people, you have to be. If you're a newbie and this is your first holiday season, I pray for you and prepare now. That's my advice. You know, for all of us that are seasoned. You know what I mean? Pet entrepreneurs, we know that holiday seasons are crazy. Do not wait till November, December to try to prepare for the holiday season. You're gonna regret it.
nope.
So I'm just so used to it now that it doesn't bother me and I expect it. I know my receptionist is gonna call and say, hey, they're calling, you know what I mean, like
Mhm.
about this area, they're calling about this type of service. You know what I mean? I'm already expecting it. So we already have the people in place ready and trained to go. So it's just like you got to just make sure that your team you know is ready. If you have a team and if you're solo, then make sure you're ready. Like know that you know that there's only a certain amount of dogs you can take. Whether you're a pet sitter, groomer, dog trainer, shoot, poop a scoop. I don't care what you do. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like whatever service you're doing in the
Yes.
pet industry, it doesn't matter. The holiday seasons are crazy. Like, so you have to make sure that you know that you can take a certain amount of dogs. I remember there was a time that I only could take 3 or 4 dogs in my house, you know what I mean, at a time and during the holiday season because that's all I had the space for. And I tried to even put a dog in the bathroom before because I didn't want to turn the people away. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, when I realized that, okay, maybe now I can utilize people that have bigger homes and that can handle more dogs or just simply hire more. And when I figured that out, I was like, oh, okay, this is how I can increase my revenue for those 3 months, you know, rather than just try to squeeze it in the 5 pet sitters that I have. So just yeah, just really, really like think ahead and like I said, send a nice little email or text message to your regular clients that book every year
Now,
during the holiday season or to
True.
your regular clients that book every week or every month. Like send a nice little text message reminding them like, hey, this season is coming. Please do not wait to the last minute because I cannot guarantee that I will be able to accommodate you if you call me the day before Thanksgiving. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I can't accommodate you. And you have to be stern. Don't be scared. If you gotta fire clients, then you might have to fire them. Like, you gotta protect your peace and stand on business when it comes to, you know, you running effectively and running with great control and also running at great quality. Because if
mm,
you're trying to do 50 dogs and you don't have the team or the support to do it, you're going to look crazy. They're going to be like, this was the worst experience of my life with a pet. So just always think about all of that. It's always about your reputation over, you know what I mean, how much money you want to make. Definitely.
for sure. And I think a lot of our conversations are starting to be really about those boundaries being set, right?
Hmm.
Because we'll already, especially when you're starting out, you want to say yes to everybody, but over time, you realize like, no, there's peace in saying no. There's peace in putting myself first and being able to set those boundaries. Like before, when I was driving around, y'all remember when I was driving all around Atlanta, you know,
no, 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 you weren't. When you were driving all over Georgia.
I
Right.
was, I was driving all
Cartersville.
over Georgia.
Right.
Okay. One appointment would be on the south side. The next appointment would be in Lawrenceville. The next appointment would be in Decatur. The next appointment would be in Conyers or Covington. The next
And
appointment would be in
Cartersville. Don't
Midtown.
forget about Cartersville.
Okay. Right. So it was like, before, I was sticking to a goal, but I was also overworking myself trying to please everybody and trying to get everybody. But when I came down to it and I was just like, look, let me go ahead and just really stick to a service area, made a lot of people upset, but at the same time, I gave myself more peace.
Right.
And that's what, a lot of people need to do when it comes down to it. Like, don't let people negotiate your prices. Don't let people, make you feel less than because you can't accommodate them. You know, people are entitled and they'll say whatever they want to say and do whatever they want to do, especially during this time because they also tend to project their frustrations out on us because they feel like they can just talk to us any type of way, you know, but you have to be stern. You have to put your feet down and your foot down and just be like, no, that these are my rules and my regulations, and it is what it is. Either you're with it or I'll have to find somebody else, you know, and be okay with that. You know, like if people tell me often, all money ain't good money, you know,
Yeah, it's
good
not.
and good money is peaceful money.
Right.
So you're
If you've been in business long enough, you know that all money is not good money.
All right. So definitely be wary of, you know, just being able to properly manage this time, especially this holiday season. Again, we go through it every single year, and every single year we go through the same thing. So why not start preparing for it ahead of time? You know, we have been insane the last few years in business because the insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And we've been doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And now at this point, we have to plan ahead of time, just like our slow seasons. Like now we want to make sure that we're preparing for the slow seasons ahead of time. We've been in business long enough to know when our dips are. So now during our higher highs and when our super busy seasons, let's really capitalize and motivate off of that. That when we do go low and clients aren't booking, kids go back to school, they're traveling, whatever the case may be, you know, we've prepared for that already. So moving forward, I'm like, look, how do we prepare for um, continued success, you know, in our businesses. And I mean, everybody level of success is relative, right? But you know, especially during the slow times, and we definitely want to make sure that we are preparing for that um, before it gets here, because we know it's coming. You know, we know it's coming, and it's stressful because bills still need to get paid, people still need to get paid, subscriptions still need to get paid, and guess what? They're gonna take it out of that account. They will definitely take it out.
They definitely will.
So I do want to ask, like, what when it comes down to, I know we've been talking about the management part, and we could definitely go through that all the time. But then when it comes down to the marketing part of it, you know, what are some ideas that you all have for your business to really market and bring I was gonna say bring people in or encourage the people that you already have to book. Do y'all have like different deals and stuff that you offer during this time?
No, no deals. I charge
Damn.
more actually during this time.
Okay, so good question. All right, so all right, so what do you charge more during the holiday season? Because a lot of, you know, some people don't, you know, so they're like, you know, do I charge
Um,
more for the holidays or do I not charge? Do I charge the same? What's your take on that?
The reason why I charge more is because as pet sitters specifically and pet boarders, we actually are working on a holiday most likely, which means we're working on Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day. And we also are working on Thanksgiving Eve, Christmas Eve, and New Year's Eve. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
And at
those are
any
the
other
like some
job,
of the
you do
most
get
busiest days of
holiday
the
pay.
year. Yeah. So we are, you might as well think of it as if you had a corporate job and they had you come in on a holiday, you will get time and a half, you would get paid extra, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would get paid a holiday pay. So that's what I pay my pet sitters. The clients do have to pay a higher percentage on an actual holiday.
Okay.
And in the beginning I just charged on the holiday. Now I charge the whole weekend. So it's a, if it's like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or like whatever the day is before the holiday and after the holiday, I charge all 3 days extra money. So
Gotcha.
because it's like I said, that those seasons are extremely busy. So I make sure that, you know, my pet sitters are compensated accordingly. And I honestly, I've never had pushback from it. Like the clients always get it. They be like, of course, she's coming to my house on Christmas Day. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I pay her extra for that? And I charge per visit too. So if it's per drop-in visit or per dog walking, I charge per visit because they are sacrificing time on that specific day. I don't give no type of discounts during the holidays because, like I said, not only do my pet sitters have to eat, but the clients have to just appreciate that they have a reliable, dependable, responsible, pet sitter coming to their home and not flaking and leaving their
For
dog
sure.
or cat all alone.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend if you're not charging more during the holidays and you do plan to work on Christmas Day or if you do plan to work the day before a holiday or even the day after a holiday, charge for it. Like
Mhm.
trust me, people are probably not gonna give you pushback. And if they do, like Salisa said, that's not the type of client you want. So don't feel like you can't charge more because that's a very, very sensitive time frame.
So I have a random question. This has nothing to do. It just popped in my head, right? Would you work somewhere? Would you work somewhere that gives you, like, you know how a lot of these restaurants and businesses now go to like mandatory tips, right? Would you work somewhere that gives you a lower commission rate, but mandatory tips? So all of the tips are mandatory 18% based off of whatever service it is for a lower commission. Everybody can't see you shaking your head, but
No, I personally would not. And I'm gonna tell you why. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have worked for 100% of my tips for
yeah,
a huge range of time. I worked in the restaurant industry for 10 years.
yeah,
Um, and there is no way that in our industry I will be okay with because serving 100 tables does not equate to grooming $5.
Right.
That money don't add up. It just don't. Um,
gotcha.
so if you're doing commissions, there is no way I could be working for you and then you say in January, well, we're gonna make sure you get tips from every single one of your 5 clients per day.
Hmm.
Which could be literally like $15 to $20 per person, so extra $100 per day.
But then the commission of the groom is what, Wayne?
No, 35%.
Damn, I'm on TikTok. I was gonna say, let's
You
run the
talking about? Are
numbers.
you talking about
Oh,
like
wait, here we
commission
go.
based
Here we go.
only?
Here we go. Here we go. I got a calculator on my laptop. Let's run the numbers, Wayne, because right now you're really tripping.
So, all right. So and this is off topic, y'all. This is off topic, right? All right. So the groom is $100. You get $35 off of that anyway. That's already $35 per hour. And then you get an extra 18% off rip because that's your
But
client.
what was the commission
So
before you
that's,
went down on it? Because the thing is, are they losing money or gaining money with the guaranteed tips? That's the question.
it depends on the client. Because say that, all right,
And see,
so
that's
say that
not
the
okay.
commission, right, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I ask what I ask, right? Because look at it. If I have a client that's all right, and just to keep it easy, it's $100. If the commission was already 45%, you was gonna get a guaranteed $45 off of that anyway. Now, what if the client does not tip? So you're still at that 45. However, now you're getting 48 off of
And then
that
that client
35.
don't never come back. So now I'm not getting that money at all.
Right.
Because
Unless they
if
respect,
you're making a
unless they
client,
respect your
if
business.
you're making a client tip who never tips, they're not gonna come back. They're not gonna come back.
They won't see the math in it. They will not see the math in it.
Who won't see the math?
Client.
Yes, the hell they will.
You know, they won't see that it's pretty much the same, but they'll see like, oh, I have to automatically or mandatory, I automatically give a mandatory tip. Not, it's not by choice
You
anymore.
sound
You
like
know,
a business that is located in Atlanta.
Right.
Cause what?
no, because I be thinking about it. I'm like, we go to all of these restaurants and we go, like, I went to a restaurant the other day. I went to a restaurant the other day, and granted, there wasn't a lot of people in there. The food was good. The food was really good, actually. We had food, we had drinks, I had an appetizer. Oh, for two people, it was still over a $200 bill, but it was a mandatory 18% on that. We didn't even have a choice as to what we wanted to tip the waitress, who was barely there for the most part, but the food was good. You know, she came in and checked on us, but it was still like a mandatory 18%. And I'm just like, why can't we charge a mandatory? You're going to go back if the service is good, if the food is good.
No, nobody said that you couldn't do it, but it's a matter of ethics when it comes down to it. Because here you are saying, hey, employee, you're guaranteed 18%. So I ain't got to do shit to make this
So,
client happy.
yes, still,
I don't have to do nothing. I'm gonna make $26 off this groom, whether they like it or not.
you're just going to make that anyway.
I'm
Oh,
talking
as a
about
tip, as a
I'm talking
tip,
about the
the
tip, not the
18%.
not
Gotcha.
the not the
The
commission.
18%. Yeah, not the commission. Gotcha.
I'm gonna make an
Yeah.
additional $26 off this groom, regardless of whether the client like it or not. So it depreciates the quality of service.
To some, for sure. How,
No, to most. I'm telling you, as somebody who worked in the service industry,
yeah. But
It
it's
does.
why wouldn't it be an incentive to do better?
because it's guaranteed money. The whole point of tip money is to give good service in the hopes of making more money.
Right. Yeah, it with well, I feel like with what we do, it'll be a little harder just because they require so many more things. And something
Yeah.
like the food service industry, they're just kind of like bringing things to people, you know what I mean? They're not really like making the food. Imagine if you
Yeah.
did that with a chef, you probably would get a different experience. But when somebody is just going back and forth and just grabbing stuff, that's not
And I,
really that
I hate
bad.
going to restaurants for automatic
Yeah,
refill
but
because I know I'm going to get shitty service every time.
yeah,
Every time.
exactly. So it's just like one of those things. Now what I can say is I would say that, I have seen grooming salons do I knew this one girl I followed years ago. She did like a commission based salon completely where actually she didn't pay them nothing outside of that,
Mhm.
where it was like they literally just made money off of she had like high volume, so they just made money off of the people that came in. So she like wherever she was at, she had like a lot of what is it called? Foot traffic. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
people used to just come
A
in
lot
and
of
then
walk-ins.
they used to just groom, and she used to have 10 groomers working for her. So if you grabbed the dog, you groomed them, you did a record of it, kind of like a nail salon. You know what I'm
Right.
talking about? So you come in, they be like, "What do you need? You need pedicure or you need manicure?" And they be like, "Yep, I need pedicure." Okay, cool. Go to this person right here. And then
Hmm.
you make money off of the people that they ended up giving to you, basically, or you just end up grabbing. So that's how
Because
she
it was
used to
all
run it. And
based.
it was successful for her just
Yeah.
because she was in such a high foot traffic area. But her marketing was crazy. You know what I mean? Like she was always posting online. She had a lot of people, like I think she went live a lot too. So people always was coming to her on a consistent basis. Um, but yeah, I mean, I feel like anything is possible. It would just have to be structured, and your process would have to just be the right way. And the groomers that are working for you have to understand how it works.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
Yeah.
guaranteed to get this amount of money every day. No, it's whatever comes in. So if we have a really busy day that day, you're gonna make a lot of money. If you have a medium day, you're gonna make this amount of money. You have a slow day, this is how much you're gonna make. And they have to be okay with that. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things.
You
No,
thinking
Thank you
that
about
makes
everyone for
sense.
joining our live on TikTok. We appreciate it. This is an open conversation. So if you'd like to join the conversation, press invite so Wayne can bring you to the stage. Please remember to like our live, please. The more likes, the more we're seen. And if you would like to send them some gifts on here, we would appreciate it. And follow the Pet Lana and PetX and Happy Hearts. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So no, and I only asked because like that scenario kind of just popped in my head, like just thinking about it, because like I know we kind of talked about it, touched on it. What would that look like? Um, Automatic gratuity on certain cases, but then you would still
I'm
have
telling
to.
you, I'm telling you, the quality of service is going to go down in your shop. You are. I'm not
I
gonna
mean, I'm
say
not
that,
gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it in the
but
shop. Yeah,
we can have a personal conversation about it.
yeah,
But
no, I look. I'm trying to keep people. Okay, I'm trying to get people in. But I was just saying, like, just thinking about
what
just like
people are you
different
trying to get
business
in?
models.
Employees or clients?
No, clients. You know,
Thank you for liking.
because we definitely changed like the business model, and I'm like, look, you tell these people that they're gonna automatically pay 18% in tips. They they are going to go somewhere else.
I mean,
And I'm
most of my clients, I will say,
they don't get
because
it.
there's a tip suggestion before they get ready to cash out. And I do I think it's like 15, 20, and 25 or something like that. And most people tip 20% because that's just on par with tipping in the United States. Um, so I don't really have a tipping problem. I actually pay my employees out of my tips. But
Mhm.
I don't I don't know. I just feel like tipping should never be a mandatory thing because if it's a mandatory thing, just go up on your prices so you can pay people what they need to be paid.
Yeah.
And I mean, because you're still taking the money out of the client's pocket to pay your employees, so you might as well just
Hmm.
go up on your services 18%.
Yeah,
True.
that's what I do. When I
And
realize I
I
have to
mean,
like pay my pet sitters
Because
more, I just go up on my prices.
because
look,
if you go up
we're
on
in
your
October.
prices, the 18%, the clients that tip still gonna tip on top of that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So everybody's making more money. The shop's making more money, and the employee is making more money.
Yep.
And the client isn't being forced to do something that's supposed to be out of gratitude.
Yep.
True. No, true. That is very true. That's why. Mhm.
Thank you for joining, Chaz.
Because I'm always looking, to see like what other business models, because I have a meeting later
Explore,
on,
sure.
hmm?
I said, oh yeah, for sure, explore.
I have a meeting with the strategist later too, because we've been trying to figure that out as well. Because we put out ads, we put out social media, we've done the foot traffic, we put out flyers, we've given out discounts, we've given out cards and coupons and sent out messages to people. What else? We posted on LinkedIn, Nextdoor, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
If I had to do all that to run a business, I wouldn't do it no more.
And that is my point. It should not be that hard to really boost marketing, to get people to see
Are
the
you
value
doing your
of what
own
you're
ads,
offering.
Wayne?
Yeah,
That's part of the problem.
could be. No, for sure.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
suggest you hire like a marketing company that they're actually experienced in pet companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do. I was running my own ads and boosting my own ads. And a lot of the strategies that we used a couple years ago, the algorithm on Instagram and Facebook changes so much. You know what I mean? Meta in general changes so much that you really got to have a company that is up to date on every single little thing. So that's actually what I'm in the process of doing. I've hired marketing companies in the past, but they were okay, you know what I mean? But I've actually
Yeah.
found one that came highly recommended from another big pet company, and I'm gonna go with them because they like showed me what they can do. So I feel like investing into a marketing company that has the results and can produce the results and has
Yeah.
the proof of testimonials from other pet companies. They literally have a
Yeah,
community
sometimes
full
you
of
gotta
pet
spend.
companies around the world. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
spend
So
money to make money.
yeah,
No, and
if you hire somebody like
no, for sure.
that, I feel like it'll be more successful than you guys just trying to do everything yourself. Because once again, that's like what we talk about with the McDonald's complex. It wasn't built
Mm,
overnight by themselves. You have to have a team. They have a marketing team. They have you know what I
yeah.
mean, a payroll. They have, you know what I mean. It's all these different people. They have an accountant. They have all the whole team to help the business run correctly.
Yeah.
So you just have to go outside to get to the experts that can help grow your business for real, you know?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, and that's where I'm at now. It's like we already do so much. And I do a lot, right? So how can I get some of that off of my plate to make things easier? Because it's like I see all the work that we do, and it's still a revolving circle of hard work.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah,
like, and tedious work.
be willing to come up off that money and
Yeah.
But
delegate.
but the thing is, you got to make the money. If the people aren't coming in, there's no money coming in. So how do I grab those people to come in so then that way we make the money that needs to be made? So now I can reinvest into better marketing structures and upgrading things
What's
and
that
doing
F
the things that
word
we need to do.
Nita like to use?
Financing, funding.
OPM, baby. Other people's money.
Well, we'll definitely have a conversation about that
Yeah.
because I'm like, look, hey, Mr. Navy Federal Business Bank, all of America, oh, whoever I need to talk to,
Yeah.
Chase, Chase, and Wells Fargo got on my nerves a long time ago. So we
Yeah,
definitely need
I
to
just
have some conversations with other folks. You
Thank you
know,
for the bear. Coach Grooming.
thank
We
y'all.
appreciate you tuning in.
I
Thank
don't know
you.
what
Good
this stuff
morning.
means, but
Yeah, so we
Yes, this
definitely.
is good morning. Good morning. This is an open conversation on TikTok, y'all. So if you want to join, please invite. You should invite her to the stage, Wayne, if you're
Shoot.
available.
What's up, Coach? Are you available?
Yes. This is
Are
an
you
open
busy? You're
conversation
out
we're
grooming?
having on TikTok Live, specifically about marketing ideas during the busy holiday season. So anybody
Can't
can
answer.
chime in. Please like the live, share it with all of your friends. Oh, you welcome,
No doubt.
Creole Cowboy. He said, "Thank you guys for doing this. Just moved back to Atlanta. I was researching the pet industry, people. Okay, yes, please join.
No
Please join
doubt.
Petlanta. We want you. We need you. We would love to network with you. Petlanta Pet Pros is our networking community in Atlanta. Follow our TikTok, Instagram. We also have a YouTube. Um,
Coming up.
Okay, yeah. See, we got people joining. I'm excited now. Let's get this conversation going. But yes, follow. Thank you for following us, Creole Cowboy. We appreciate you. Keep liking the live, y'all, and sharing it with everybody you know. We appreciate you guys being here.
For sure. All right. What's going on, Coach? How are we doing? We're good, good. Glad to have you up here. We were just talking about just like marketing and just management over the holiday season, and just figuring out, well, what's missing, when it comes to certain business aspects. So, how did you manage over the holidays?
different way of doing scheduling. We did. And I only groom every other week. So for me, we don't choose one. Like
Let me try to turn it down. They're saying that's an echo.
Whatever, but that's when I used to own a really assumed like that was like if I was gonna do like math or different things like that, I kind of just be like, okay, draw that out.
Perfect. Thank you for joining, Carmen. This is an open conversation, so if you would like to join the live, just press invite and Wayne will bring you to the stage. We're talking about marketing ideas in the pet industry. Creole Cowboy, if you want to join the live, you're more than welcome to. Just press invite and then Wayne will bring you to the stage. If you have any questions about the pet industry, we'd love to answer any questions. Or if you have any questions about Petlanta and PETx Network and what we do, we would love to answer.
One second. There we
There
go.
we go. I was like, I can't. But I think you muted to Lisa too.
She's up there.
Oh, I muted myself. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Do you still?
Yes, trying to figure out where the echo was.
Can you hear the echo still?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's still echoing.
All right, let me see.
My volume is all the way down on the phone.
Yeah, my volume on the Zoom is all the way down too.
Okay, so I know we were talking about. Oh, I got to mute. So, like, when it goes down to. Okay, it's back to recording. Okay, so everybody that's on the Zoom that's watching this YouTube, definitely like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know one if you learned anything from this. But then definitely follow us on social media at the PETx Network, Instagram as well as TikTok, and on Petlanta's TikTok and Instagram as well. And that's just petlanta.inc. So that way we can just continue to grow up our following and continue to teach you all as we grow because we want to make sure that the resources that we have available is available to you as well as a community. So last but not least, let's make sure you at least have something from this, right? So one, clear capacity and calendar management. Two, team management and high morale during this season. Three, make sure you are up to date on all of your customer communication. Make sure you're setting those clear policies. Four, manage your money correctly as we go through this holiday season. And next week, we'll even, we'll dive deeper into what that looks like as well. So make sure you are here next week as we continue to grow. And any last words, ladies? Before we wrap up the Zoom?
Yeah, just prepare for this busy holiday season. Prepare.
We can't hear you on Zoom.
Oh, sure. Oh, with me. Echo. Thanks.
All right, I'm gonna turn down the phone. There we go. No, go ahead.
Oh gosh, see, it's already echoing. Okay, so basically, yes, prepare for the holiday season now. Do not wait. This is the time to get your everything in order, marketing, your team, training, telling your clients to go ahead and book ahead of time, getting deposits for the holiday season. This is the time. So that is my advice for aspiring pet entrepreneurs, newbies, and even seasoned ones. That's all my advice for the holiday season.
Talisa?
I'm just gonna piggyback off Lita. Just prepare. Just prepare. Um, Especially if you already have experience in what holiday season is, what busy season looks like. The idea is to make more money than you did last year, but not work as hard, right? Um, and just real fast, Wayne was talking about, you know, the tips and all of that other stuff. Just go up on your price. Just if you're trying to figure out how to make some more money, go up on your prices. The
Basically,
end.
that's it. That's it. All right. Well, good people, as always, our conversations are geared around one thing, making better pet businesses together. So, if you are looking for a community to join and grow with, this is the community that you want to look for. We're just regular people doing regular things in the pet industry, and we want to make sure that we're all getting together and growing together. So, check us out, the PETx Network, as we continue to do what we do out here. So, till next time, we will see you next week on the PETx Podcast. Oof.